Hello everybody, I thought I would do a quick video. I get asked about my Elegance Corals. So I'm going to do a quick video on them and what my water parameters are, and how they thrive. And some people have a hard time, others don't. So let's start out. This one was my original, this guy right here. Alright, this Elegance Coral was huge. What I did was I fragged it into two and I fragged it into one frag, which was this guy. This guy grew, doubled in size quickly, so I fragged it again in this one. So these basically are frags of this big colony right here. This guy here is a standalone guy. This guy was just a piece I added. He has not been fragged. But these guys, they all came from the same main colony, which was him. This thing grew like huge. So, a lot of people ask me about my water parameters. I don't chase numbers at all in my tank. I haven't in years. So I'm not one of those that tests water every day, every other day, even once a week. However, when I wanted to tone in my alkalinity and everything straightened out, I'll tell you what I keep my numbers at, and they stay stable. So my numbers, my alkalinity is 9.5, my calcium is 440, and my magnesium is kept at 1380. If it goes as high as 1400, that's okay for me anyway. I noticed that when my alkalinity might get a little bit out of hand, maybe it goes up to 10 or something like that, my Elegance Corals kind of close up a little bit. But then once I get my alkalinity back to 9.5, they do real well. So anyway, and one thing, my water is not clean. My water is, some people like the ultra low nutrient systems, zero nitrates, zero phosphates and all that stuff. I don't keep that my aquarium like that. I hardly ever test my nitrates. I hardly ever test my phosphates. I don't have an algae problem, as you can see, in my videos. I do run an algae scrubber. You guys know that from watching my other videos, but I do not have a algae problem at all, so I don't test. There's my emperor hanging out by my torches. Anyway, I don't so I don't sit there and test phosphates and stuff that often. Maybe once every couple of months, I'll decide to test nitrates. My nitrates are generally, they're not that low. They run about 20 to 30 parts per million. Part of that reason is because I do have a zebra eel in the tank. I don't know if you can see him. He's back. You can see part of him. There he is. He's back under that. See, there's part of his body. So I have a zebra eel. So I'm sure that, plus with I have a lot of fish. As you guys know, I do like my fish. So I have plenty of fish in here. And I have some big fish that like to eat. And so I feed 6 cubes a day, 3 in the morning, 3 at night. So yeah, my nitrates are around between 25 and 30. As far as that goes, phosphates are usually around 0.25, somewhere in there. I try to get them lower than that, but I don't make a big deal out of it. It doesn't harm my tank. Everything seems to be happy and healthy, anemones included. Corals are happy and healthy. So, and seeing as Elegance is LPS does like a little bit, especially Euphilia types such as torches, hammers. They seem to really like higher nutrients in the water. So if you're trying to keep hammers, torches, stuff like that, even Elegance corals, they're found in areas of the ocean that that don't have the clean clean water that everybody likes to have in their aquariums. So a little bit, so and I don't let my nitrates get out of hand, obviously, not, or whatever, but 20 to 30 is what they're kept at. I do a 20% water change once a week. But yeah, that's where I keep my numbers, 9.5 for alkalinity, again, 440, 450 for calcium, magnesium, 1380. Once in a while it gets up to 1400, but that's it. Another thing to think about this too, I have seen where their magnesium drops. Magnesium is very important to keep that steady as well. So definitely, if you don't have a magnesium test kit, I recommend a Salford magnesium test kit that is used similar to the alkalinity and calcium Salford test kits. I would recommend definitely testing your magnesium. So definitely test your magnesium, because sometimes if your magnesium is way low, you'll start noticing your hammer corals, torch corals, and whatever, the polyps will bail out. You know, they'll just detach from the skeleton and float around the tank. That's terrible. You don't want to see that. Not to mention, magnesium, calcium, and alkalinity work together to have your corals absorb those nutrients. Very, very important. So if you guys have any questions, ask away. If any more suggestions, different coral you want to know. What I have in my tank. Another thing is, my angels don't touch my elegance corals, because elegance corals, if you look at them, see the little wavy tentacles, they're extremely sticky. They're sticky like anemones. So I think that wards off, I don't think they sting fish, but I think it wards off, kind of a fish wanting to sample it. You know what I mean? Because it's sticky, that's uncomfortable. They don't want to go there. So for me, it's, nothing bothers the elegance corals, and that's definitely why I like to keep them. So it's definitely worth checking out. So anyway, if you guys have any more questions, let me know. Thank you for subscribing. Have a great rest of your Labor Day weekend.